Luxury automaker BMW celebrating its 100th year anniversary with a look ahead at the next 100 years of automotive innovation and motorcycles as well. I interviewed Adrian van Hooydonk, who's BMW's head of design, at the BMW centenary celebration in Santa Monica, California last week, where he was asked about what the future looks like for BMW.
Well, the concept that we have here is the BMW Vision Next 100, and it's how we imagine, let's say, a 3 Series or a 5 Series of the future to look like. A future in which we believe that vehicles will become intelligent, and with that intelligence, we don't want to take anything away from the driver. We want to make every driver the best driver that they ever were.
But it's still possible to drive this, to pilot this car yourself. It's not a self-driving concept.
This is a car that can drive autonomously, but only when the customer wants to. So you'll see a steering wheel here that can fold out and fold away, depending on what mode the vehicle is in. And the driver, the customer, will be in control of all of that.
Is there, I mean, I'm sure there's a big difference, but what do you think about the difference between designing a car for a driver, like a classic BMW 3 Series that's all about the driver, and designing a car that's just a luxury vehicle that can drive itself?
Well, for us, for BMW, it will always be about the driver. And even in the future where we imagine that vehicles will be able to drive autonomously, we want our drivers to be in complete control. And the intelligence of the vehicle, when they want to drive themselves, can actually help them perform that task even better.
So, but you're in charge of design for all the brands, including Motorrad, including Rolls-Royce, and we see a concept over there that I assume is designed specifically to be chauffeured by a computer.
Well, Rolls-Royce, of course, is a totally different brand. It's the pinnacle of our industry. Rolls-Royce customers are used to being driven. So for the future of Rolls-Royce, we imagine that actually the car will drive autonomously. No driver needed, not even a driver's seat, not even a steering wheel visible in this car. You will be driven, and the intelligence of the vehicle will also be able to help you organize your entire day.
Is that only for a Phantom? Because I love to drive the Ghost.
Yeah, Rolls-Royces are, of course, different. The Phantom is definitely the chauffeur type of car. The Ghost or the Wraith are vehicles that Rolls-Royce customers love driving themselves. So for the future, we could imagine also a split there. And the concept vehicle that you see is definitely then something of a future chauffeur-driven car. Talk
to me about the Motorrad division for a moment. It's one of my favorites as a rider. There aren't going to be any autonomous motorcycles as soon as we see autonomous cars, I assume. You've also been kind of cutting edge in almost a retro way. I mean, no one expected the R9T to actually come out, and you did. It's incredibly successful. Is that a totally different animal than designing the Rolls-Royce and BMW cars?
Yes, motorcycles is a very different business and very different products to design. It is something very, very emotional. We call riding a motorcycle, even today, almost the last great escape. And let's say they won't become autonomous. That's probably not so useful, but they will become intelligent. And in this concept vehicle, we are showing what that could mean and how that can actually make your ride even more of an experience for all senses.
I was excited to read that you're looking at the possibility of a carbon fiber frame for a motorcycle. I see that the concept has what looks like a crazy kind of carbon fiber spine going back, and BMW has pioneered kind of mass production of carbon fiber. Is there a difference as a designer in working with these kind of new materials? Do you have to look at it differently when you're working with carbon fiber?
Yes, you do. I mean, as designers for all our vehicles, we are always deeply looking into, together with the engineers, what type of materials are available to us. Since a number of years, we're doing a lot with carbon fiber, so our company is now well versed in how to use that. And actually, it's a material that for a designer offers a lot of freedom. You can do very complex shapes or very simple ones with that. So for us, it's not a limitation. It's something very exciting.
How much longer are we going to see? I mean, if you take a look at this car, there's still a place where typically an engine would be, you know, and there's still a place where typically a trunk would be, a driver's seat and a shotgun seat. How much longer do you think we're going to have these traditional car designs, even as powertrains change and navigation systems change?
Well, technology changes will lead to design changes, and I think in this vehicle you're beginning to see it. It is how we imagine the future of a sedan. Today, of course, we have a very long bonnet because we have, for example, 6-cylinder inline engines. In the future, like in this vehicle, it will be electric. Those engines are smaller. They can be placed in different areas. And the net result will be that as a driver, as a passenger, you will get more interior space in a similar footprint.